Tonight's GOP debate will focus on key economic issues, but it's also expected to stray into other more controversial topics like strategies for fighting ISIS. Defense Secretary Ash Carter made headlines after saying, "We may need boots on the ground to fight the terrorists." KRDO News Channel 13's Greg Miller's been asking around to find out what people in our military community think, and he joins us live now in the Newsplex. Greg?
Yeah, James, most military experts will tell you this was just a matter of time, and veterans say they don't necessarily want soldiers to go back to a battlefield, but something needs to be done. Navy veteran Andy Kane says it had to happen.
Every generation has been involved in warfare of one shape or another. Until nations come together, that's going to take place.
Troops on the ground fighting in Iraq again.
Do I want people to do that? No, I lost a brother in Vietnam, and I nearly lost my own life in Vietnam, so I understand what that means, and I don't want anyone to have to go through that. But the reality of life in this world is that's what we're facing right now.
It is now a real possibility after this statement from the U.S. Defense Secretary.
We won't hold back from supporting capable partners in opportunistic attacks against ISIL or conducting such missions directly, whether by strikes from the air or direct action on the ground.
And Kane's view that ground forces were necessary in the fight against ISIS was matched by a military expert we talked to who says there simply wasn't another option.
Al-Qaeda more or less went away, from at least from our visuals here in the United States. Where did they go? Well, they became part of, more or less, the Islamic State.
Steve Recca is the executive director of Human Security. He says if ISIS is to be defeated, ground troops were inevitable, but not just from the U.S.
It impacts our European allies as much as it does us in the United States, that rather than going in alone, it might be best to have a larger coalition if we were actually going to go there. But we're steps away from doing that.
If they're called upon, most reports reveal it wouldn't be a large group of troops, but Kane says they're still crucial.
The most important thing to know is that we have young Americans that are willing to stand up to protect their way of life and to protect our way of life.
A sentiment likely shared as another ground war looms. And President Obama could make a decision on a strategy as early as the end of this week. We'll keep you posted. In the Newsplex tonight, Greg Miller, KRDO News Channel 13.
All right, Greg, thank you so much.